Welcome everybody to my latest video. So I thought I'd do another gameplay video of this cabinet, Crisis Zone. Last time I did, I think it was the shopping mall. This time I'm gonna do, well, I think it's the pavilion. I don't know, it's the middle level. So I know we got kind of an echo going on here, and that's because I'm in the garage and the garage door is closed. But, you know, not much to put up on YouTube right now, so I'm just going to do another gameplay vid. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. So give me a few and we'll see what happens. Okay, so here we are. And as you can see, the game is just starting. Now, for these first few seconds or so, I'm just trying to get the camera set up. But eventually, you know, you'll see Garland Park gameplay here. Now, one thing that's kind of neat is when you first turn on this game and it's booting up the hardware, down at the very bottom, you'll actually see a little Pac-Man going from left to right eating pellets. So, not much, but it is kind of cool. Let's see, I think I'm still trying to get a good camera angle here. Alright, so here we go, Garland Park. As you probably saw right there, this is the Japanese version of the game. And one of the main differences between the Japanese version and American version of this game is the gun. It's the same gun functionally, it's just the color. Usually, the American version of the game will have a light blue color, and as you saw, the color of this one was more of a black. Actually, it was black. Action. Now this, in my opinion, is a really fun game, especially for the price. If you, if you look on eBay or in retail stores, this game, people are trying to get anywhere between $1,200 to, I've seen as high as probably $1,800 for this. Action. However, if you look hard enough, you could probably get this cabinet for a couple $100. And if not that, then probably within the $600 range. It is a big cabinet. So, selling them is kind of hard, but, I got this in a trade, and I've enjoyed it ever since. I've had the, I almost was able to buy another cabinet for like $150. I wish I had the money, but at the time I didn't, and so I had to pass up the deal. The reason I wanted the cabinet was for parts. See some helicopters. The gun on this thing, if the gun goes out and you need to replace it, it is a bitch. The only place that I've seen that has had the gun is Suzo Hap, and last time I checked, which probably a couple years ago, it was a $600 gun. So I'd still assume that's around the $600 range. But, if you can get a whole cabinet for $600 or less, you got plenty of spare parts. Action. What I love about this game is the automatic machine gun. Your finger doesn't get tired from constantly pulling the trigger, and you got a good amount of rounds. I mean, you got 40 rounds per reload. Obviously, as you can see, there is a lot of action here, so it's not like it's, only shooting a few bullets here and there. when this game came out, it was probably, you know, a major quarter taker. I mean, if you think about it, this came out in probably, I forgot, sometime in the 90s. Really good graphics, really good sound, and an automatic machine gun. What more could you want? This is one cabinet that's been in my collection for quite some time. I've had offers on this cabinet and I just don't want to get rid of it. You know, if I could, someone once offered me, what was it? I think they offered me $600 for this cabinet. And I didn't take it. They offered me, the counter was $700. They wanted it badly because it was the Japanese import. I still didn't accept it. One, I didn't need the money. Two, I just had no intention of selling it. However, you know, maybe one day I'll buy another cabinet for a couple $100 if I come across it, and then sell this one. Because even if this was the American version, I would still keep it. The fact that it's the Japanese version, you know, that really doesn't matter too much to me. Now this cabinet, this is one of those games, one of those shooting games where the monitor is actually placed on the bottom of the cabinet facing up. And if you don't know how that works, well basically you have a mirror angle and it's placed where a monitor would normally be placed. So you're getting a reflection of the image. And I won't go into the details of how the gun works because, well, that's probably just boring for you. But just thought I'd mention that. I got one guy at work constantly bothering me about buying arcade games, but he does not want to pay, you know, a fair amount. He's always trying to get me to, you know, sell him something really, really ultra cheap, $200. Which for the games he wants, I'd have to be crazy. But it is kind of funny because he works on motorcycles. He's in a motorcycle club. I always tease him, call it a motorcycle gang. But anyways, you know, he works on Harleys and whatever else, you know, club rides on. I don't know shit about motorcycles, but anyways, I tell him, you know, sometimes you just gotta pay a little more than you want to, just like buying a Harley motorcycle. So he says one day he'll purchase, you know, an arcade game from me, but we'll see. So there you are. There's the game. Not much more to say. So, until next time.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.